We're heading into that holiday shopping season, both in stores and online. Let's get more from Bruce Winder, president of Bruce Winder Retail. Bruce, thanks very much indeed. One trend we're going to see this year is discounts.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Andrew. Yeah, we're going to see some pretty sharp discounts this year because the consumer is quite fragile and cautious. And some of the fun has already started. If you look at Amazon, they came out yesterday with an announcement that their major Black Friday, Cyber Monday event starts on the 20th of November. They're going to have daily deals between now and then. Walmart starts theirs tomorrow. Canadian Tire's already out there with week one of a week two sort of pre-Black Friday sale. And just giving a quick review to some of the flyers and discounts, it looks like retailers are fairly aggressive this year on price.
Is that because we're talking about the Canadian market here? And that's hardly a surprise with this tariff threat hanging over our entire economy.
It is, it is, and you're right. I mean, consumer is nervous, companies are nervous, the tariff threat is real, employers are nervous about hiring people. We're at 6.9% unemployment, and consumers are nervous, and they're just really being careful on what they buy. So companies have to have sharp pricing in order to motivate them.
You think that companies will be highlighting the Canadian nature of their goods, including Amazon?
Yeah, that's something that's sort of new this year because of the tariff issues. I know when I was looking through Amazon's launch, they talked about how they have a specific Canadian, they have many Canadian products on their sales. They've included a lot of Canadian vendors, Canadian products as part of their offering for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So I think that's a major trend this year, and Canadians seem to want to buy it, based on all the research I've read.
That's interesting. Amazon, of course, being a U.S. giant, maybe trying to get around that by highlighting Canadian source goods. You know it yourself, companies are desperate for us to download their apps, and one of the reasons is so they can collect our data. So we are likely to see deals only if you shop through the app.
Yeah, that's something that was new this year, too. When I looked at Amazon's information, they have certain deals that are only available through their app. So, yeah, I think it's a campaign to try to get more users on their app. And I wouldn't be surprised if other retailers follow suit at some point.
It is interesting, isn't it? I mean, companies, if you get enough people onto your app, you can start making lots of money by selling the data to other companies.
Yeah, there's lots of opportunities, right? And it really starts with sort of having your consumer on your ecosystem so you can talk to them one-on-one, get first-party data, and understand what they're looking for.
What about search? I mean, search is still the core of the internet, the way we interact with it, although AI is disrupting that. What trends will we see there?
Yeah, we're going to see more consumers using AI this year to search. It really started a couple of years ago with ChatGPT, but there's so many players now in the market. So Canadians are mostly going to use, AI apps to do some initial search and sort of narrow it down a bit before they start going to specific company websites or stores to convert.
It certainly is pretty handy using AI in my limited experience for finding bargains. I ask it, where's the cheapest place I can buy this? And it'll go drilling. Some sites, though, apparently it won't let the AI in.
Yeah, I've heard that too, but I've also heard that, and I've seen this myself, is that the data you get back sometimes is not 100% right.
Oh, sure.
It may have last year's products, last year's prices, so you really have to validate it. It's more directional at this point.
Yeah, that's right. It's really, you have to click through on the links. And in some way, I'm sure the AI companies will start making, well, I wouldn't put it past them anyway, to start highlighting search results that make them money. Of course, it's a profit-seeking game. Any other trends, Bruce, we should look out for, maybe in terms of advertising? Do you think, obviously, so much advertising has gone online, but TV is still an old reliable?
Yeah, it's pretty good for certain demographics. Probably the biggest thing this year on advertising that's a bit of a pain for some retailers is with the Canada Post strike, you're not seeing those physical flyers being delivered to all the homes. So folks like Canadian Tire are having a bit of a hard time right now getting those flyers to the end users' homes.
That's interesting. And yeah, because there still is a market for flyers. I think I even read a while ago that paper flyers had something of a comeback because searching the internet is so cluttered now in many cases. You don't know what's sponsored, and there's pop-ups, and it's a bit of a pain in the neck.
Yeah, you're right. I know that Amazon too, they put out a toy book to select consumers. So, some retailers are smart. They know that for certain categories and certain consumers, when you send them a paper catalog, you get better engagement than if you just send them something online or an email format.
You think people will be a little more practical this year? We could get useful gifts rather than just fun stuff?
Yeah, it's a great point, Andrew. We've seen this for a couple of years now, but consumers are gravitating more toward essentials versus, discretionary items, particularly lower income, mid-income consumers. If your toaster breaks, they're going to get you a toaster for Christmas. They're not going to get you some fun, crazy experience. So that's sort of what we're seeing more now.
Yes, I don't know. I guess I'll be getting socks once again. Anyway,
Me too.
Bruce, thanks very much indeed. Bruce Winder.
Thanks, Andrew. Take care. All the
President
best.
of Bruce Winder Retail.